All right. Folks, this is dead serious. It's about you. And it's about what you are experiencing in your life. It's about the fear, the anxiety, the frustration. It's about the unpaid mortgage. It's about your house that has financially depressed on the market. It's about the credit card companies calling. It's about the medical bills that haven't been paid and you don't know how you're going to do it. You relate to that? I'm telling you, folks, I want you to understand. Minuteman Financial is here to help you. Help you change your life, turn it around. And I'm going to tell you, you don't need me, but you need our education modules. You need an education. You need to know what's available for you. You need to do a little research. But you know what? You need to make a commitment that says, I have a problem. Make an admission. Swallow your pride. Step up to the plate, folks. And you alone can do that. Then you need to follow on with that. Take the course on crisis management, financial crisis management. At the heart of your problem. Learn the things you don't know. Learn about the things that your creditors don't want you to know. What's most important is I want you to listen to the few interviews of clients who have done what we've recommended, who now are experiencing financial freedom, who have a whole new lease on life that you would love to have. That you'd like to put all of this behind you. Folks, listen to these stories. Listen to these heartfelt testimonials.
We were living a very extravagant lifestyle several years ago. My husband was making over $100,000 and we thought that we were on top of the world. We were going out to fancy restaurants, going on expensive trips and buying designer clothes. But we were also racking up credit card debt. We had around 4 to 5 credit cards and we almost maxed them out. I was the one who was paying the bills, so I know how much was coming in and how much was going out. And I was really getting worried and getting frustrated and getting scared and hopeless. When we were at church seeking counseling for marital issues, I shared about our desperate financial situation. And that's when one of the elders recommended us to see Tom. When we first met Tom, we laid out what was going on in our lives, what our financial situation was. And with a kind, gentle spirit, he laid out a plan for us. I felt, as we were talking to Tom, that a thorn was being slowly pulled out from my heart. I felt a sense of relief. I felt a sense of hope, and that finally there's going to be deliverance from our financial crisis.
At the time when we first met Tom, I can't even tell you how many thousands of dollars in debt we were. I had never totaled it up until Tom asked me to. And I was in total shock. I had been in complete denial at that point, up to that point. My husband had no idea. Within a matter of just a couple of years, we were basically debt-free. All of our bills were being paid on time. Things were starting to change with my husband. He had a number of health issues. He became very ill. Spent 3 months in ICU before he finally passed away. I was able to take off those 3 months from work to spend with him because of what Tom had done for us. I was able to do a lot of things that I would not normally have been able to do had it not been for Tom. Getting our financial house in order meant that there was enough money there to fix the car if I needed to fix the car. Before, I would have had to put the new tires on a charge card, which would have brought more debt. There's been so many changes in my life between my husband and his now recently retired to take care of my father-in-law. I was able to do that at 65. I don't know if I'd have been able to do that otherwise. I would probably be still working at 70. I'm very grateful to him for making this all possible.
Over the past 5 years, there have been many changes in your life. And the loss of the job obviously was a huge one. But you made adjustments on that, and you're now self-employed, and
Yes.
you work for yourself. And at a point some time ago, you actually ended up losing the house, but that turned out to be kind of a good thing too.
Yeah, don't have that burden of that big mortgage on my back anymore,
Okay.
that's for sure.
And yet that was done in an orderly manner in that transition. It wasn't, again, that was not a crisis time. We dealt with it, we kind of planned it, we worked through it, you made the transition.
Yes,
And I wouldn't say it was painless, but it was less painful than it would have been.
it's true.
It was a very confusing time because, obviously we had never been through something like this before, and we had all kinds of mailings come in the mail, people that wanted to help us through this crisis, and I thought, if we didn't already have this in place and have some professional in our life, I don't know what I would do with all these, because I just wouldn't know who I could trust with my financial security in a time when the loss of the job contributed to the fact that we needed to sell the house, and we couldn't sell the house the first time that we tried it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
We got caught in the middle of the crunch like everybody else, but, because I bought the house predicated on my very good income job. Well, guess what? It's gone.
That's right.
Now what? Well, we suffered for a while, but God did a miracle. Sold it in 30 hours, not 30 days, and the first person that walked in bought the house.
And it was a very good offer.
And we lost money. It was a short sale. We know that, but there's a lot of people sitting there 2 or 3 years later still can't sell their house.
Yeah.
So we got out and we're renting a place for less than half of what I was paying before, and I can handle that. Still in the same neighborhood, still a really nice house, but we got a lot less money per month going out to live in such a nice place.
And so we've been
I'm-
able to put some
I'm
money
glad.
aside and
Yeah,
looking at starting fresh and doing the things that we need to do to put those things in place. And I remember one thing that, Tom, what you said to us was, the shame about you guys is that you've been able to do far more with less than you ever did with more. And that's really stuck with me, and that's really been the truth of our story.
Wow. All right, folks, I hope you really took to heart what you heard these people passionately tell you. I hope you could relate to that. But most of all, I hope that you do something else. You're probably the person that says, I'm in charge, it's my life, I'm going to do what I want. I'm going to tell you, take charge right now and take the class. That's the best decision you could make. And I'm going to tell you this. Listen again to those people and what they said. Maybe listen to them again tomorrow. Reinforce it, because you're going to need it. You're going to need to hear it again. Not from me, from them. They are just like you. They are where you are. They were there. They aren't there anymore. Take it now.